Hello everybody, a happy new year to you all. My name is Whitney Kihara. Anybody who is new to this channel, karibu sana. That is what we say in Swahili, and it also means welcome to this channel, this beautiful channel, where we post videos about lifestyle mostly, and then also hair care and skin care. In lifestyle, we break it down a little. I give you videos about my travel life, my work life, and all those things. So yes, thank you very much for joining, and I am glad that you have been part of this channel. So this is going to be a different video. It's going to be story time. Yes, and because I don't have tea here in this cabin, I am going to be serving myself a little drink. One, because I'm not allowed to have coffee in the cabin or tea in the cabin, but yeah, thank you very much, guys. So I want to tell you why I am back to the ship, or how I am back to the ship. And I am glad I am, because really I think I just love ship life. It's a little bit different from land life, but yeah, I think I really like it. So I want to tell you a story about what happened like in my course of coming back. And yeah, so I've had a long time back at home. I think I had about 2 months, because I left the other ship in October. That should be 22nd of October. I got home on the 24th. Then I rested for the next 2 months, and then voila, I got another engagement proposal. This is the letter that we get as ship people, like when you are being asked if you want to go back to work again, or if they want you to confirm if you're going to that specific ship that they send you to. So yes, I was minding my business, I was having fun. I was actually going to the beach with my friends, and then all of a sudden I got a call from my agency, the agency that runs everything to do with travel and all the other things in my country. So when they called me, I was like, okay, I don't know why this call is coming in, but let me just confirm what it is all about. And the lady told me, I'm calling you from the office because there's an email that you need to check and tell us immediately if you would like to accept that proposal or not. And then I was like, okay. Then I did some consultations here and there for a few minutes, and then immediately I got back to the email and I said yes, I was ready for it. But now I was ready for it, but I didn't really know where exactly this ship was going. I have never heard of anybody who was in this ship, because we have a group where we have a lot of Kenyans on board, and also the ones who I used to work with in the previous ship. But this time there was nobody that I knew in this ship. So I was like, okay, let's just go and find out what happens there, because really it's work. Yeah, so finally I got the letters, and they sent me everything. And unfortunately it was a very short time for me to get ready, and me who packs very much, oh my god, I don't know if I can explain anything about how much I pack, but I'm hoping I will do a video for you, like just to explain, or to do a cabin tour and show you all the things that I brought from home, because I am not a light packer. I really pack heavily. And the other problem was that most of my luggage was in my mom in Nakuru, and I was in Diani, or the coastal areas, so definitely this was a big problem. So they gave me just a few days, and then that was on a Wednesday, and the job, or rather the date that was supposed to be, was like the next week. And I was like, okay, let me just relax, but also do the most important things. Most of my things, or like most of my priority is usually to have documents in order. Anything else you can buy, but if you have your documents, your traveling documents in order, your work documents in order, then the rest of the things is usually just easy. So yeah, I got ready with my documents, and then on Friday, this was Wednesday, so Thursday I took a rest, and then on Friday I was somewhere else, and then I decided to just call the office and just find out if everything is okay. And when I called, the lady told me that she hasn't confirmed the ticket, but everything else is ready. So I said, okay, I'm just hoping I can have some little more time with my family, but again also I want to go to work and just finish this thing, like my contract for this year. So let me see. And then later on in the evening, she told me, okay, everything has been confirmed, but your ticket will be sent later. So on Saturdays when I got the ticket, and by this time now I had begun to like get ready completely, because I felt like if I don't get ready, then they're going to ambush me like with a very quick air ticket or something, and I didn't really want that vibe. So I decided to just get ready, went and did my hair. Not this one, was another style, but I decided to change it in between. I actually changed this yesterday. So yeah, I finished with my hair. The only thing I didn't manage to do was my nails, so I had to hack it out. So I finished, and then when they confirmed, I was in the salon just having my hair done. Oh my god. And then I saw the message. They said you have to leave on Monday night. Remember, I was in the coastal region, so different. I was in Diani. It was a rush because it was New Year's rush, so it was a lot of things to handle in one. So I decided just to get ready, and everything just went well. I left for Nairobi on Sunday night. Arrived in Nairobi from Mombasa. I left Mombasa very late in the night on Sunday. Arrived in Nairobi very early in the morning on Monday morning. Went for my COVID tests. As I was waiting for the COVID test, I did my nails. Thank you, Simon, for doing my nails. I know right now they don't look the same way that they were before. I know the lighting is not that good here right now, but yeah. So I did my nails at Simon's place, and then I also went to Kariakor because I wanted to look for shoes, sandals, and all those things, African things. And yeah, I finished. So the other problem that came in was that my mom was still in Nakuru, and there's one of my documents that she could not find in my bags. You cannot imagine the stress I got, because it's the Siemens book, the book that is one of the most important books, like for us. It's like a passport for seafarers or anybody who works at sea. So when she said she could not find that document, I was like, I really don't know what will happen, but let's just see. So finally they found the document, but very late. They arrived in Nairobi. We actually decided just to meet at the airport because it was really hectic. We went straight to the airport and we met there just like 2 hours before my check-in. Remember, she had another luggage, so I had to like unpack and just find out very fast what I can put in and what I cannot go with. So yeah, I finished that, and then getting inside to the airport it was really difficult for me because, one, I thought that where I was going, I was told I was going to Philipsburg. In my mind, I really had no idea about Philipsburg. I had to Google, I had to find out so many things. So in my mind, I thought it's like one big area that maybe has the US or something involved, but I realized it wasn't. So what I felt when I got into the airport was that there was a lot of calls being made. There was a lot of confirmations being made. Like, how are you going here? You don't even have a visa for this. I was like, okay, guys, I really have no idea. These are the documents I've been given by my company. I had my letter of employment. I had my contract. I had all other documents. Everything was ready, and my passport with a visa that belongs to the US, like a US visa. So again, that was really tricky for me. So finally they made calls, and finally they finished. And my mom was waiting outside with my aunts. Oh my god, thank you, my family. I love you so much, guys. So they were waiting outside just to find out what's happening, because they just kept seeing me moving from one place to another. And finally we finished, and I told them it was cleared, and I went, said goodbye to them, and then came back again. And that was it. That was the end of me seeing them. So I got in, and then at some point I think I had a problem with my luggage, because they said me, who doesn't know a lot about travel, I didn't know that hair pomades or any like gels are considered as, you cannot get into them into the flight with them. Like, you have to check in with the normal luggage, not the carry-on luggage. So there was a little drama here and there. Finally they told me they were going to check in my whole small suitcase, and then I would remain with the backpack. And I was like, okay, let it go, because I'm not ready to pay like $200 for anything. That's like 20,000 shillings for like the extra baggage. So I said, okay, let it just go. So that was it. And then I took my flight. I was moving with Air France and it was my first time. First of all, my connecting flight was to Paris, CDG. I will write that name because I really don't know how to pronounce it. Oh my god, French, me and French. I'm really trying my best, but yeah. So I was connecting via CDG. Sorry about that, a call was coming in, so I had to wait a little for it, attend to it. So yeah, when my flight was confirmed for Air France, going through CDG in Paris, and then Paris, whatever. Yeah, so, and then connecting from Paris to Philipsburg, St. Martin's. And this is where like I was really confused. So I got into Air France, and for the first time, I think I was so used to having what is it called? I was so used to having all my flights with Qatar Airways when I was doing the other contract. So this time it was Air France. I had no idea they speak a lot of French. Oh my god, everything is just French, and I just decided to just relax and wait for it. So I got there at the flight, or rather the plane itself. The plane itself. So when I got there, we waited for some time. I really wanted to confirm how long this flight was and how it was going to be. I had very nice neighbors. One on the right, and the other one on the left was a Somali Kenyan guy. So we kept on talking, one, two. And then when they brought the food, I don't know what happened to us. We ordered for chicken something. I don't know how they called it, but it was chicken and rice. And I don't know what happened to us. In like 30 minutes, we all started getting food poisoning. At some point, I remember holding on to the chair very strong, and I told my seatmate, like the one who was on my left, I told the guy, please, I want to go to the washroom because I feel very bad and I don't know what to do. He told me, okay, just go. And when I went and then came back, he also told me he also had the same problem. So I was like, okay, I really don't know what is going to happen, but yeah. I can only say I was very disappointed with the food that Air France gave us. Like, I really don't understand what exactly was the problem, because later on there was a lot of people just going to the washroom and all that. I don't know if we are the ones who had a problem, or it's their food that maybe was too spicy, or I don't know. There's just something that was not right. But anyway, later on they served us snacks. What I felt about Air France is that they have very little food. Like they don't give a lot of food. They give sugarless tea. Okay, and then yeah, that's just it. Like, for a long flight, I feel like it's better to keep people comfortable, because everybody leaves like home going to the airport. Of course, maybe they're in a rush, or they find traffic or something. Maybe they're so hungry, even in the process of checking in their luggage and all those things. But anyway, who am I to judge? Maybe I've just not traveled enough, so I will just let it go. So we finished, like when we got to Paris, it was a disaster again. There was nobody explaining directions. There were very few people who are like attending to people, and like half of them, or I don't know, 3/4 of them do not even know English. So you try and explain to someone, they don't understand. So I took the train the first time, went to the last terminal, and again came back, because the one who explained to me explained the wrong thing, so I was told to go back. So finally, I don't know how, but finally I got the directions to where I was supposed to wait for the next flight. Yeah. Had a little fun, changed and freshened up and everything, and then that was it. And then now the next flight was supposed to be, I think, in the next like 2 hours or something. And yeah, we boarded the next flight, and again, Air France, the little food. This time they said they're giving us fish blanket. I've never even heard about fish blanket. Naive, I come from the village, my friends. So yeah, they gave us fish blanket. The good thing is that this time there was no allergic reactions, and I was just hoping it doesn't happen, because really it would have been stressful for me. So we got to Philipsburg. Again, it was very little food, and okay, I just think I just need to understand and maybe be carrying my own snacks or biscuits or whatever, because I don't think I can handle that anymore. So I got to Philipsburg, St. Martin's. Again, when they were checking me in, like into the airport, and just to clear me up, they realized that my passport was reading the US visa. Again, it was a problem. I was put on the side. You can imagine how bad it looks, like you just on the side, and then everybody's looking at you like, oh, maybe these are the ones who come to this side of the world just to explore and all those things. So anyway, I had my time, finished up in, I think, in like 30 minutes, because of waiting for the luggage and all that. And finally, when I went out, I found the guys who were waiting for me from the company. Oh my god, it feels so good to finally see somebody carrying like either your name or the name of the company that you're going to work for, because yeah, sometimes you can easily get lost, and it's a new country. There's literally not, so there's literally nobody you can maybe look for around. And I realized some of the airports are really good. When you're inside, the internet is really good, but then when you get out, I don't know what happens. Yeah, excuse my manners. Yes, I got outside, and then that was around 3 p.m. or 2 something, let's say, I think around just a few minutes to 3. So I got there, waited for the guys to clear, because they told me there was somebody else they were waiting for, somebody. Then when I got out, I realized it was not just one person, there was a bunch of people they were waiting for, and it was getting very cold. Thank God I did not give out my luggage, because they gave like they took a lot of the things and took them to the taxi. But at least I had a sweater, because it was very windy, very cold, and I was trying to understand how people coming to this area when it's this cold. But yeah, I think it was just for that time. So we waited. It actually started raining at some point, but yeah, just very light showers. And then finally, I think at around 6 is when the last people came in. And when they checked the list and all of us were there, they were like, okay, now we're good to go. We go to the hotel, we sleep there, and then we meet the next day. So we went. The hotel was also very, very amazing. I don't remember how to pronounce that name, but it was a very nice hotel. We really had a good time, because these guys were really helpful to us, because we told them most of us are first timers here. And yes, the only thing is that on that street there was not a lot of shops, and we wanted to get some things from outside. So me and one of my friends, I got a friend from there. So we went and walked like somewhere just around the area, went to the fuel station to grab some juices or something, because most of them had closed at that time. So yeah, we had our time, and then we finished, came back to the hotel. The hotel was really, really beautiful. I don't know if I will be able to like send little pictures of how the hotel was. Let's see. Yes, and then after that, the next morning again, we woke up, had our breakfast, and then they picked us up at around 9:15. And yes, that was how our journey was. So what I can say is that the journey was very, very involving for me. First of all, I hate deadlines. I hate to work with deadlines, because I really don't like pressure. So the fact that I had to travel within a very short time, within 1 week I had to do all those things, was really hectic for me. And oh, I forgot to tell you, we found the document later on. My mom found the document. So the fact that all the documents were right, everything else was right, was really good for me. What I can advise anybody who's coming to this side, the French Caribbean side, or whatever Caribbean side, or if you're using Air France, please make sure that you have your snacks or something that you can eat. Find out what the airport, or rather the airline allows, and then have that for yourself. The other thing, maybe just keep on looking, like maybe you can have Google Translate to listen to the announcements in the airports, because if they don't speak your language, it's going to be really, really difficult for you. So yes, we are here. Happy contract to me, happy new contract to me, second contract. I am so glad that my company offered me this job, and I will really keep you guys updated. I will give you a lot of juicy stories about what's happening in the ship, and it's a very nice itinerary. Oh my god, we travel every day we go somewhere, and it's only one day in the week where we have a sea day. So literally it means every other day we're going to a new port. There's a lot of places that are very beautiful, but I will tell you the do's and don'ts, or the pros and cons of this different itinerary. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, please let me know why you didn't enjoy it. But I know I look beautiful, I know I look nice. Yeah, so make sure that you leave your comments down below. Let me know what you'd like to know about that whole journey. If there is anything specific, please make sure that you follow me on WhatsApp and also on TikTok. I will leave my link down below. Thank you very much. Have a lovely time, guys. I love you.